Okay, video 3 guys. Let's have a look at how to draw the top of our footstool. I think this one by far will be the easiest. Let's have a look at create sketch. I think we'll draw this one from the front view as well. Rectangle up here somewhere. The highlighted blue one, let's go 19mm for the thickness of our timber. Tab 350 to match the length of our crossbeam. Enter. E for extrude. Click on the face, drag it forward, and that will match the width of our leg, which was 190. There we go, it says 200, let's type in 190, enter. Okay, let's do the tricky part first. So we're going to look at it from underneath. Let's go sketch on this face, there we go, just spin it so we can see that view there. Zoom in a bit, and I'm going to draw a line. Now, see I'm on this edge, I've got this cross, so that means you're on a line, you're intersecting a line. When it flashes up with a triangle, that tells you you're on the midpoint of that line. Okay, I'm going to click there and draw it across to the other one. Click, that's the dead center of the underneath side of your footstool top. Okay, we're going to come in our 30mm and draw our dowels. Okay. Let's do a line from here in, and we're going to go. Oh, why aren't you talking to me? Let's use a rectangle tool. Oops. There we go. Doesn't matter how far that way, so let's just click tab and go 30, enter, and circle tool on this point here. And we were going 6 diameter. Enter, zoom right in, we'll seam. Let's click T for trim. We don't need that one, that one, that one, that one. Oh, that's our diameter line, okay. Let's click E, there we go, and this one we're just going down 10. Okay, so our dowel's going to go 10mm into our top, but 20mm into our crossbeam. If we go any deeper, really, we're risking going through our tabletop, our footstool top. -10, guys. -10. Enter. There we go. Okay, and we can check, and we'll look at the other side. It hasn't come through, so it's all good. So as long as we set a depth stop on our drill press when we're doing that, it'll be fine. Okay, it's going to zoom out and do the other end. So sketch this face here. I'm just going to move my screen, move that. There we go. I can see a little bit easier now. Line, let's find the midpoint with the triangle. There it is. Click. And I'm going to come in 30mm, enter. Ooh, I thought my computer was going to freeze then. Circle, click. Diameter 6, enter, zoom right in, T for trim, E for extrude, click, grab the arrow, get down in the direction you want, and we said 10, so -10 to make it a hole. Okay, that's the underneath side done. Let's click the home button, flips him back around. Now we're going to put our chamfer on. So like we did our edge treatment on our breadboard and it was a curve, our top edge treatment here is going to be a chamfer, and a chamfer means a 45-degree edge. Okay, there's 3 types of edges when they're straight. Your chamfer's 45, you've got a bevel, which is anything less than 45, and a splay, which is anything more than 45. So we're just going to go the easy 45. So I'm going to click that line, hold shift on your keyboard, click that line, click that line, click that line. And we're going to go to modify and chamfer. Okay, now we can just drag that arrow in and look at that. We're going to set it to 10. It's already 10 on mine, so I'm just going to click enter. Otherwise, just type in 10 and click enter. Guys, that's the top done. That one was really easy. When you guys make yours, we're actually going to be putting this in the CNC router, and we're going to be carving out a shape in here, and then exporting that file from the CNC router to the laser cutter so that we can laser cut some veneer to go in there. And that's the process we'll use to create some marquetry, not parquetry, marquetry. Okay, and we'll have a look at that in another lesson while we're off school. Okay, let's go to the front view. You'll be able to see all your parts now we're going to be making, and they're listed over here as bodies. Now, before we connect them together, we need to make these a set of components. So on your bodies folder, click on it, right click and click create components from bodies, and now they're components. We still don't want this one, so, and that's underlined there. So I'm just going to delete that one, right click delete. And the beauty of this is once we put it all together and we export it to get our orthogonal drawing showing top, front, and side, we'll be able to even pull it apart and to show individual pieces, top and front views for dimensions, okay? Probably a little bit confusing right now, but I'll show you soon. So I've got our components, now I can put it all together. So I'm going to say right click this one. So I left clicked, I'll start again, sorry. So click on it with the left button, then right click on it to move copy, and it's a component, and now we work down this list, so select it, that one, move type is going to be point to point, so click that one. Now it says pick your origin point, so what's your first point you're going to line up? I'm going to say this one. And target point, where do I want that point to line up with? It's not highlighting it. That's disappointing. Might just be, whoop, touchy. There we go. Now if I zoom out, it gives you a preview if it's right. Oh, it's not right, actually. Cancel. I'll go again, sorry guys. Left click, right click, move copy, component, this one, point to point. Now my origin point is going to be, gotta get this right, that point there. And when I put it together and that slides onto here, it should be that point there. That's better. Okay, so that should be flush across the top. Okay, it's good. And we're just gonna click OK. Cool, that's the first two parts together. Okay, click on this one, left click, right click, move copy. Not the faces, I need the whole component. That one, point to point. Get that out of the way for a second. My origin point, I'm going to move this point here to that point there. Look at that, I got it wrong. Right click, move copy, component, this one, point to point, origin point. This point here will line up with that point there. Not very good at this. That point there to that point there, that's better, and click OK. There we go. If I look at the front, you can see our footstool start to come together. Okay, let's do move our top onto our stool. This is tricky because the points we have to line up with the circles. Okay, so I'm just going to spin it this way, move that down a bit. So escape to get off the pan tool, so left click, right click, move copy. I want component, this one, point to point, origin point, zoom right in, we're going to grab that circle, and target point, zoom out, spin your screen, pan your screen, zoom in on that circle, escape to get off the pan tool, I'm back on target point selection, that circle there. Okay, house, front view, looks good, side view, looks good, so we're all good to go. So I'm just going to go, yep, I got it right, click OK. Now it just looks great at the moment. We're going to make this look like timber, so I'm going to highlight the whole thing. I'm going to click A on my keyboard for appearance. this will pop up. Now in your library, it's only, yours will probably look like this, and you come down to the folder called wood, and you've got different types of timber in here, and we're just going to put pine on it. Now if yours has a little cloud next to it, click on it, it'll download that appearance from the Autodesk cloud for free. It'll put it in your library, and then you just click and drag it onto your job. Click close, click the house, move your drawing around. That's your Footstool drawing done. Okay, make sure you save it please. So click on the disk. I'm going to call mine Stage 5 Footstool 2020 because I've drawn one every year, and we'll click save. Now when you go to reopen that, you just come up here to your 9 patch and it'll show your data panel, and all your drawings are down here. So there you go, there's the one I drew last year. Okay, but this is the one, it's got the date or the time on it, and it's there saving now. Then when you want to reopen it, you just double click on it from there and it will load here to work on. Okay, guys, any questions, send me an email please.